I think we're live. It doesn't have a screen up for me. All right, chat. You got to let me know if we're live because I got a blank screen, but it says we're live. Just waiting it out. Live? You can see us? All right, here we go. It is early in the morning on October 8th, and the Yankees are on their way to the ALCS. They sweep the Minnesota Twins. They're the first team to advance. They played a fucking crazy game. Let's talk Yanks.
Recaps galore for weekly awards. Stat lines, steaming hot takes. Your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Talking Yanks. Thank you for clicking play and joining us today. We appreciate it as we celebrate the ALDS sweep of the Minnesota Twins. My name's John Boy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey, and I got my co-host and best friend coming to you from Denver. His name's Jake, and we got a whole bunch of special people that sponsored this show. Let's give them some shine, Jake. John Spera. John Spera has been an active and engaged listener, follower forever. Carlos Rivera, Neil Johnson, Jared Gott, Kevin Wallace, Scottish name it sounds like, Josh Copesel, Ed Mitchell, Ryan Mangold, Holly's brother, Ryan Smith, Casey Masterpiece. Wow, what a name. What a name. Casey Masterpiece. Kyle Condor, Mark Schulstrom, Eddie Santiago, Franklin Cardacelli, and Jerry Powers. That's a cool name. Those are our most recent Patreon sponsors and supporters. They get to be live in the chat with us. We got a bunch of people live in the chat with us at 1:35 in the morning. I fucking love it. $2 a month. It supports us. We appreciate it. Jake, how are you doing?
James, I'm doing well. I think we just killed another one of the worms, man.
Ooh, wow.
ALDS is in the books. It's a sweep of the Minnesota Twins, and pretty dominant. I mean, it's how, as a Yankee fan, you would expect this series to go. We dominated hitting, starting pitching, relief pitching, fielding. I think that's got to be one of the bigger stories in Yankee land. And yeah, as of right now, it's catch our breath and basically get ready for what we've been planning all year, is running into that Houston team. But hey, Tampa, if you want to give them a hell of a scare, you have some fans in New York City the next couple of days. So
yeah, that's the conversation. Maybe we'll do it later, but that's a good one.
I'm doing generally well, James. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great, dude. I'm pumped up. I'm excited. The chat's worried about you. Do you care?
No.
Okay. All right, just letting you know. Do you have a burn?
Oh, yeah, always.
You want to just burn it then?
You never tell us how you are. Give us some emotion, man. We're here for the John Boy.
No.
You're like the Joker.
I already said I'm great. I'm happy.
Yeah, I need more. Empty it out. Let the river flow. Let those beautiful blue eyes speak.
I want to hear your burn. I want to talk about this game.
Okay. Boring.
Right. Yeah, no one cares about us. You always confuse
I
that.
care so much about you. That's the only reason they're listening is you, man.
All right, you ready? On your mark.
Kinda. You gotta go.
Get set. Burn.
A potential elimination Game 3 in Minnesota as the Twins and Jake Sucks Odorizzi versus Luis Severino and the Yankees, as they have the target on their backs in Minnesota. Top two You know what keeps you warm on those chilly Minneapolis nights? Gleba bombs, Gleba bombs. The kid kicks off the scoring with a solo shot, 1-0 Yanks. Sorry, man, heard your wife was sleeping with the gardener. Brett slaps an
Ooh.
RBI single to make it 2-0 Pinstripes. Outside of that, the pitching held. Sevy goes shutout for 4. It's still 2-0 until top 7. It's a twin killing, and I'm not talking double plays. Didi Gregorius, the twin killer, RBI single, stretches the lead to 3. Eddie Money Rosario puts Minnesota on the board, but Cameron Maben is going to take me home tonight. A solo shot and a dagger by the defensive replacement. 2 Ds, 2 Is, and 2 RBIs. The Gregorius BIG scores Torres. Sevy to Canely to Otto to the Goose to Britton to Chappie. Yanks win 5-1, sweep the series 3-0, and advance to the ALCS. Let's go Yanks.
Ooh, this game was crazy because the Yankees played so good.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like those, I felt bad for the Twins. Those defensive plays, some of those plays, the Judge one, the Didi one, the Glaber one, the Britton covering one. There's 4 there that just took the wind completely out of the Twins' sails. Just every time after those plays, every time they showed a Twins player or someone in the fans, they're just like, "What? This is how good teams can be? We're not this good. We're not even close. Teams can be this good."
Playoff baseball is built on that. We saw in the St. Louis Atlanta today, that ball goes off Freddie Freeman's glove. It gives St. Louis all the life we need. The Twins were praying for one of those balls, the Didi dive, the Glaber in the hole, Britton covering first, any of them, just to get that extra half step to get the crowd going and get some momentum so they could get one mistake and turn the game around. And they never got the opportunity. The Yankees were just putting out every potential fire around every corner. And, it was a domination.
It was crazy. Were you... Let's talk about Severino.
Okay.
How nervous were you when he had nothing in the first inning? Was it the first inning and the second, or was it just the first?
It was just the first, and I really wasn't that worried because nothing had happened yet.
No, it was the second. So the first inning, he was clean. Walk, fly out, double play. The second is when he loaded the bases.
So in the second, he gives up the double, the walk, and the single, so it's bases loaded, no outs. And then, Sano's been a mess all series, so I wasn't worried about him. I mean, your worry was if he does something, have we woken up Sano, because he was a dead horse all series, and no, he wasn't. They get Sano. Mile high pop-up, that was actually pretty cool. And then, it was just one of those things, and we started talking about all these momentum plays that truly do affect how a playoff game goes, just because you let thoughts creep into your head. I mean, once they got that first out on Sano, it was almost like the pressure was off Sevy and it was back on Minnesota. He turns it around and he strikes out Marwin and he strikes out Jake Cave. And that was, wanted to start tweeting super cocky stuff then because I said if Sevy gave us a good start, it was over. And, it was.
Yeah, only 4 innings. I guess they could have had him go more. He did labor a ton. I'm moving forward. I'm still worried about Sevy. Like, this didn't quell any worries because he was too amped up. I understand that, and I think the Twins were bad, and the defense was amazing. So, this is like a little bummer of a thought. I'm not going into the next series like next Sevy start. It's going to be like, okay. I hope he's a little calmer in the first couple innings because he could not locate his fastball at all. At one point, he was relying on his changeup. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was all he had at first, and that's, coming in juiced up and figuring out where you are and finding the stitches in your arm slot and all that. But yeah, I'm not worried about Sevy, but expectations have to be tapered. I think the best case for a Sevy start this year would be a clean 6 innings if he somehow does that. But I mean, Sevy's going to be 5 and fly pretty much the whole playoffs.
That's true. That's what we said for a while now.
And I mean, he gave us 4 today, and that we're still kind of asking for that as long as Adam Ottavino shows up again at some point. But he also had that one inning, that second inning, I think he threw 30 pitches. And this has got a guy that's still, this is his 4th start?
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, like, yes, we're in it to win it this year, and so is Sevy, but this guy also has a future that hopefully can be pursuing a lot of titles for us. So, yeah, I mean, I'm fine with him going 4, and this is it's all we needed.
It's all we needed. In the end, it's great. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got to temper the expectations because, like, we didn't need more than 4. We always knew he was going to be like that super opener because he only had 3 games.
Literally best case, Sevy on his best day being efficient, striking guys out. It was going to be a 6-inning start if he has that this playoffs.
Yeah. All right. You want to talk Boone's bullpen management or you want to talk I think bullpen management's the key here. There's a lot of big plays, but I said on my post game, and I know that some of the Talking Yanks crew feel opposite. I love the urgency Boone's showing. Last year, he kept starters in, he kept relievers in, tried to give them that extra bit of faith, and it burned him. And I think he's really, really doing the opposite of that. And to an extreme, I would much rather urgency than no urgency. And if Ottavino is coming in to face Nelson Cruz and he 4-pitch walks him, get Ottavino the fuck out of the game. That's my thought. Give it to someone who can throw strikes.
Yeah, and it's not wrong, but it's also, and I saw you tweeted this, Jim, but if you're only going to have that leash on Ottavino and where Ottavino's head at is right now, then just 4-pitch walk him and leave Canely out there.
Yeah.
Like if this is how we're treating Ottavino right now, then don't treat him like a horseman, because we are leaving ourselves vulnerable if we keep asking for 6 outs from Britton and Chapman.
But I think if Ottavino gets Cruz, he's in the next inning.
Maybe, but he's not, and he has 0 confidence right now. He has 0 confidence, and he shouldn't.
Well, he needs to figure it out. He's got to write in his journal. It's on Otto, but I like Boone. I mean, if he stays with Ottavino there and Ottavino gets beat, that's not worth it. So I like the move. Chad at least will pepper the zone.
Yeah, and he did, and I saw a couple, I'll put quote-unquote experts talking about Eddie Rosario being a great fastball hitter. Well, he hasn't faced Chad's fastball every time. Chad came in, he looked really solid. Yeah, I don't know. I hear what you're saying, and pulling Ottavino there after the 4-pitch walk, yes, but it's almost like we've instilled 0 confidence in Adam Ottavino in the past month. So I'd rather just skip that. I'd rather literally skip Nelson Cruz, intentionally walk him, and have Canely pitch to Rosario.
Well, I think Canely was getting smacked around as well.
What's his final line at? He finishes 0.2 innings and he gave up 1 hit? Was that it?
Yeah, but it was a rope double, like a couple feet away from a home run. Then there was a hard foul ball that everyone, like a home run foul ball, and then the line out was
foul balls.
No, he was getting squared up. He was getting hit really hard. I don't think Canely was long for that game.
Canely did his thing, and yeah, I just don't know if we are going to treat Adam Ottavino like this, or we're not going to give him an inning at some point to try to hash it out, then he's kind of not going to be useful this postseason.
Why? I mean, he pitched a full inning this postseason already.
But his confidence level is 0, Jimmy. 0.
That's his own doing.
Right.
I mean, he pitched a good inning in game 2.
I mean, at some point, I'm just saying if that's the mentality, I'd rather not burn him. I'd rather have him ready to go and just skip Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz was the only threat on their team, so just skip him.
I'd do it again. I like it. Give Otto the chance, batter by batter. But If he's not throwing strikes, get him out of there because he's prone to walk people, and you don't want to put yourself in a jam in a 2-0 game at that point. Britton, the most impressive thing Britton did was cover first base. Like, he had a nasty sinker going. He threw 2 to Cruz. Was it Cruz or Sano? I think it was Cruz.
I think it was Cruz, yeah.
They were heavy.
It wasn't even close.
They were like bowling balls, like they say. But then covering first there was like crazy good. All the defense was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, there's an easy argument to be made that this was like the best the team had played all year.
That's what Boone, I think, was it Boone or was it? That's what Boone said. Boone said in his presser, that's a top tier level game. Or he used some line like that, which is correct. That was crazy. I mean, the offense didn't explode, but
off the top of our noggins, we can name 4 incredible plays.
Yeah. Rank them. That's fun. Didi's, Glaber to DJ, DJ to Britton, or Judges.
So I've got Nick Turturro sweeping in his living room, number 1.
He swept.
So how are we going to rank these? Is it best play? Is it timely? I'll go Didi 1. Screw it.
Okay. I'm going Glaber to
Didi's would have brought the tying run up in the 9th inning, and it would have been the 3rd straight batter Chapman would have let on.
I have it as 2.
I'm going Didi.
I have it as 2. I have DJ. Glaber to DJ is my top because that was a hard play, and even like once Glaber stopped it, you're like, okay, well we stopped a double, and then he throws him out, and you're like, holy shit, what's going on?
Well, yeah, I think that actually loses points for me because if the play ended there, like Glaber still stopped the bleeding, the run wouldn't have scored or anything. I mean, honestly, the Judge catch is the most impressive because he's the only person in baseball that makes that catch. That might be my 2. Yeah, I think, and then Britton covering first, I think that's 3, and then, the other one last.
The other one last. There are other good plays, too, I think. I think there was, more. I just can't even think of it.
They played clean baseball. They ran the base as well. I mean, Glaber casually stealing 3rd as,
that was fucked up. That was fucked up. That was messed up.
No. Fucked up on who?
The baseball gods. When that happened, I was like, holy shit.
That's Minnesota knowing they lost.
Yeah, I could see that. Yo, okay, here's some bashing. When Romo got out of whatever that inning was, he struck out.
Right.
I don't even remember. To end the 8th and to go into the 9th, and he started screaming and yelling. And then Rosario hits the solo home run. He's screaming and yelling, and it came off very desperate. Come on, guys, we can do this. We have to believe in ourselves. Come on, do you believe? And I was like, whoa, they're really beaten. How desperate those trying to get the rally going. I was like, oh, that's when I realized.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's being a little dramatic. I mean, they were just trying to find a spark any way they could because they had nothing for 28
But the dugout
innings.
wasn't responding to those people. Romo was screaming at the dugout.
No, the crowd did though, and that was part of the goal.
Yeah, but that crowd was kind of quiet.
It got them going a little more though. That's all they wanted.
Okay, all right. What do you want to talk about next?
What do I want to talk about next? Let's see. We did Sevy. We kind of did the Yankees bullpen. Britton kind of gets hurt, doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
that was scary.
I mean, I haven't heard anything. I don't know what that was all about.
And then he technically got pulled for being hurt. I mean, I think it was to get Chapman more pitches, but
yeah, I think that was fake. But who knows? I haven't seen anything. I wonder if anything's out there. Britton says he's fine for ALCS, by the way. No test needed.
Yeah. And I mean, there's ALCS game 1 is Saturday, so he's got some time, whether it's just a bruise or a tinge or whatever it is. I think Didi Gregorius is the other story that we haven't really hit, right?
Yeah. Didi kills the Twins.
I mean, unbelievable.
You know what? It all sparked it too was him beating the shift game too. Just
Yeah.
throwing his bat at one
Liner down the line.
Yeah. Then today
Bullet.
he goes down the first baseline, and then the hit later on in the game, and then that play. And was he part of a double play early on in the game?
Yeah, in the first inning.
First inning, yeah. Dude, everyone played really good. Might be the best game all season.
Yeah. No, they literally pretty much everyone except Adam Ottavino had it today.
Chad got squared up a lot, I felt like.
Yeah, he gave up the 2 hits. I mean, and again, it's kind of like the chicken and the egg here. Yes, a couple of the pitchers gave up some hard hit balls, but that's why we're giving the defense a lot of love right now. You kind of can't have one without the other. But yeah, no, it was a great game.
Guess how many like left on base there were for the Twins total?
11.
29.
Oh, the whole series?
No, this game.
Okay, so first lie from Jim, which is really late in the episode.
Why are you in such a fucking bad mood?
Wow,
Jesus.
saucy,
That wasn't even a
Jim.
fucking lie. It's 29. I'm looking at the scoreboard. If you
In this game, they left 29 guys on base?
Yes, if you total up, it's like, well, it's doubling guys if they got stranded twice. But like the total is 29. Kepler left 4, Polanco left 5, Cruz left 5, Rosario left 2, Garver left 2, Sano left 4, Gonzalez left 4, Cave left 3. 29.
I've never heard anyone keep stats like that. That's cool.
That's ESPN stat.
Where are you looking, man? You so lost me there.
The scoreboard. The box score. Like if Kepler had bases loaded and he struck out, that's 3, and then Polanco has base loaded, he strikes out, that's another 3. So it's a little fugazi that way. But like total, that's how many guys they had a chance to score in, and they never did. 29. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I had the team left on base as 11. I thought that was what it was, but yeah.
Well, that's like how many they stranded at the end of each inning, but at the end of each at bat, it's 29.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never looked at it that way.
Yeah, Yankees had 13, and they had 5 as a team.
Yeah. Interesting.
They had a lot of chances. Like a lot of guys had a lot of chances to drive in runs.
Dude, you felt it in the crowd, man. They were just looking for it. Yeah, you were talking about in the desperation, and you're mad at me about fighting that. But yes, the whole stadium was desperate for anything. You saw it on every fan's face. Every time they cut to the crowd, you saw literally desperation, and they should have been desperate because they've seen 27 innings of just like looking for the smallest crack or the smallest chink in the armor, and they never got it.
Yeah, I mean the crowd shots were.
Feel for them.
Me too. I didn't tweet out any. The only sad crowd guy I tweeted out was when his face was covered because that was funny. But there was a ton. They did a montage in like the 9th inning, and it was brutal. It was so sad. I felt really bad for him. Twins didn't know that they were going to get hit that hard. I don't know what they do moving forward. They got to get some fucking arms.
Oh, I tweeted it out. Arias is going to win 2 batting titles, so you'd be happy about that. He's a stud. You have to trade a little bit of hitting for some just arm talent. I don't even care if they're good, but they have to be arm talent. And then, dude, you and I were joking, but the best arm they threw in this series was Brusdar Graterol in Game 1, and we never saw him again.
Yeah, at least we didn't see Duffy Game 3.
Duff man. Yeah, hate watching him frump around the mound.
Did you notice any tricks from Odorizzi?
No, I mean I actually love it from Rocco Baldelli.
I think he was being sincere, and he just meant he was going to change up his pitch mix, or he was going to be a little more desperate. What was weird about Odorizzi was that high fastball. I think the Yankees were sitting off speed. He threw a high fastball past a couple bats that looked like, how come no one squared that up? How come that pitch worked so well? To righties, the high outside fastball. Like, he made Stanton look silly in his first at-bat. The rest of the game, Stanton had good at-bats, but he made him look bad.
it's a good start from Odorizzi. 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. The stats on the Twins bullpen are horrific. I remember, I don't have them in front of me, but I know at one point it was like 8 innings, 12 runs or something like that. I mean, it's just like almost unbelievable how bad it was.
Didn't you say that it was the three T's in the bullpen for them?
Trevor May, Taylor Rogers, and Tyler Duffy.
And Rogers is their best one?
Yeah, and so they didn't throw him until today, right?
Yeah, like we never saw their best reliever, really?
Just because they were trying to stop the lead. I mean, technically, he's their closer. He's their quote-unquote Chapman. That's an odd comparison, but I mean, they didn't have a chance to throw him games 1 and 2. So
he got one. Oh no, that's in 2017. No. He was in the wild card in 2017.
Yeah,
he struck someone out. Damn.
He's a good lefty pitcher, but yeah, they tried to push him for 2, and he gives up the run. I mean, just got outgunned in every aspect. There's 2 dominant teams in the AL, and the Twins aren't one of them.
Yeah. Moving forward, after his first 2 hits, Edwin hasn't looked like crazy good, has he?
No, he didn't have a great day today. I mean, 0 for 4. He didn't strike out, but yeah, no real impressive contact. I mean, man, I guess we haven't given enough love to the bottom of the lineup today. I mean, LeMahieu goes 0 for 5. Judge goes 0 for 3. Edwin goes 0 for 4. Uncle Brett is the only one in the top 4 with a hit. He's 1 for 4, and it was that slap the other way off Sano's glove or whatever it was. The bottom of the lineup went nut job. I mean, Torres goes 3 for 4. Gary 1 for 3 with the walk. Didi 2 for 4. And Urshela had the nice double. So, yeah, I mean, again, if you told the Twins coming in this game that LeMahieu, Judge, and Edwin were going to go hitless and that Odorizzi was going to give him 5 innings, 2 earned runs, I think Twins fans are amped up, and there was nothing. There was nothing for them.
It's kind of levels out. The first game was the entire top of the order. LeMahieu, Judge, Gardner, Edwin were the entire offense, basically. Glaber had a hit, but the top 4. The middle game was everyone. The whole lineup hit. And then this was the bottom of the lineup. It's really Glaber. Gary and Stanton. Stanton's still seeing the ball well. He did get like a end of the bat flare.
Lupa.
And then Gary put together a nice at-bat at the end, and hopefully that translates going forward. I think Gary should get some credit for handling the pitching staff and Severino. He was with Sevy a lot, trying to calm him down, talk to him through it, like doing a lot of stuff. I love watching the communication between the catcher and the pitcher. Just all body language. But they seem to be coming around. Urshela had a hard hit. Didi had 2 hits, obviously. Do you think Didi gets moved up at all? Do you think the lineup changes going into the next series?
I don't. You just 3 games swept, and I don't know. I use it as a positive thing, like you said. The lineups won in different ways, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. You don't think Glaber will get moved up at all?
I don't think so, man. I think if it ain't broke, if anything, it would be switching Brett and Didi. But again, like the plan's working.
Yeah, I wouldn't. He's the 4th most in MLB with like 4.2 average, and he had averaged 5 pitches in that bat today, and came up. He had a 9-pitch at bat in the first, which just kind of helps set the tone. And then he comes up with the RBI in his next at bat. Little just pest motherfucker flipping it the other way.
And yeah, I mean, it was vintage Brett Gardner. Like you said, that 9-pitch at bat in the first inning. I mean, that's a dagger. As a starting pitcher, you basically just lost an inning.
Yeah. That's why I like him there. I don't care. Keep him there.
Yeah.
Dude, I was listening.
His single was just as huge too, because I mean it's it's a two out RBI hit, and he just slaps it the other way. You're not going to have people there. 2-0.
Dummies. Did you feel bad for Jake Cave when he struck out to end the inning against Severino, and then like 5 minutes later dives for that ball, and it goes past him, and Gio's got a double? Because Paul O'Neill
was coming.
Paul O'Neill kind of ripped him. He was like, "Yeah, he's frustrated with his at bat still, because if he's not, he probably doesn't dive for that, because there's no way he catches that. That was a silly move, something like that." And I was like,
"That was Jake on Jake crime."
Yeah, you did say that. You said that Jake was going to make an error behind Jake.
I'm telling you,
technically it wasn't an error, but Jake on Jake crime.
Laughable.
What's our pitching rotation going to be? Do you think they switch Tanaka and Paxton? I think they may.
If they switch anything, I think it would be Sevy and Tanaka. They might not want Tanaka pitching in Houston.
Okay. I think they might go Tanaka 1.
They can. I mean, it's we did this for a couple weeks. You can basically any way you line up these three, it almost makes sense. I don't know. I know people believe in the Tanaka extra rest theory, and Tanaka splits were, I think, the craziest.
But Tanaka and Paxton have to be 1-2 because you need one of them to be able to pitch 3 times, right?
I mean, the game 1 starter would be your guy that would go 3 times in theory.
And I think that should be Tanaka.
Yeah, I mean, there's a case for it.
He was the best pitcher. He is the best pitcher in the postseason. That's what I would want. That's what I would want to be 1-4-7.
Yeah, I'm pretty much whatever they roll out there. All these guys have their pluses and minuses. That
well, you wouldn't do Sevy as the 1.
Yeah, I mean he wouldn't be full rest, so no. But I'm fine with him 2 or 3. I'm fine with Paxton, Tanaka 1, 2, 3.
I don't want Tanaka 3 at all.
Okay.
Because I want him to get more. I want him to get guaranteed starts ahead of Sevy.
Well, I mean, that starts getting into a tricky place because it's not like the series has to go 7 games.
No, but if it only goes 6, I don't want Tanaka sitting.
Right. I mean, he would be 2 and 6.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want him 3.
Right.
Yeah. I want him 1 or 2. I'd go
3 and 6.
I'd go Tanaka 1, Paxton 2. You think do you think the roster changes at all? They're going to add another pitcher? Probably not, right?
7-game series. You get the 2 off days.
Like, do they add?
Probably not, right? I mean, Hap is like fully rested.
Unless they add CC.
I mean, Lions and Sessa, yeah. I mean, if CC's healthy, it could be bad for Lions. I think the analytics people are actually barking for Lions within the Yankees organization because he's been pretty solid of late.
So in the 2017 ALCS, they kept it at 12 pitchers, 6 infielders, 4 outfielders. So I think they'll roll it the back. Maybe CC replaces Lions if they want to do that, but who cares? I mean, it'd be cool to see CC do something in Jersey again. I don't think you're risking anything huge in that,
Yeah.
I don't think either of them are seeing big spots. It'd be cool to see CC on there. Offensively, I don't think anything changes. Do you think Voigt's going to get in a game?
I mean, he will at some point, whether it's a pinch hit at bat or a little bit of slop time just to see where he's at. But yeah, I mean, that's why you heard I was surprised in the 10-4 game that they didn't get him in there. Because I don't know. I mean, is he fully healthy? Is he fully slumping? Is he locked in? What is Luke Voigt right now?
At this point, he's pretty rusty, probably.
And I mean, I don't even know what would have to happen to get him in a starting lineup at this point.
These games were so clean, we didn't even like see Wade in a cool pinch running.
And that's what I was trying to say in the pregame show without like absolutely ripping the Twins to shreds, but we didn't get like, oh, here's the tough lefty in the 8th inning versus Gardy. Hey, Voit, you're in to pinch hit. Like, we got none of that.
Yeah.
So,
Twins
which
suck,
I don't
huh?
know. That's talk about serious first world problems there.
Yeah, well, they made it too easy for us. We're not prepped properly for the
Yeah.
ALCS. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Maven hitting a home run's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. He's I tweeted it out today, and so I've had this thought for a little while, and I brought it out today, and now I'm thinking about audibling just to be ridiculous. But like, if Yanks win the World Series, I'm pretty confident Cameron Maven catches the last out.
Well, that's because we have all those memories of like it being on the left side.
Yeah. And and it just would make so much sense with the Cameron Maven story this year. But now I thought it would be funnier if, like, every day I tweet out another guy and I'm just like, I bet Gleyber Torres makes the last out. So yeah, I'm undecided which route I want to take with that. My heart truly thinks that it is Cameron Maven, but we got a lot of work to go before then.
I know that it's World Series or bust. Being the Final Four is pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
when we didn't get there last year, it felt like nothing. It felt like such a huge failure.
The Red Sox podcast talked about us, how you're talking about the Twins right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even give them a series last year. I don't want to remember that. But no, it's just cool. I'm soaking it in a little bit. Like, it's not a lot of other teams doing it. And now, if you're not aware, we need the Rays to win tomorrow big time. Because if the Rays win,
it'd be very nice.
They have to throw Garrett Cole game 5, which fucks up their whole rotation for the CS and puts Garrett Cole to like the 3 starter, meaning it would be like Greinke Verlander. Yeah, it would be Greinke game 1, Verlander 2, Cole 3. It's a big difference in Verlander Cole. You got to beat everyone eventually, but it's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, you're still running into the same faces. Hope you can maybe change the storylines a little bit and maybe put more pressure on a Game 3 Garrett Cole at Yankee Stadium. Right now, I'm on Team Greinke's a full mush. So if he's Game 1, I'm like, let's jump all over that dude and get the hell out of Houston. But yeah, we'll see.
I also just want them to go to a Game 5 to play more games.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it would be huge, and it would be like, you can picture it like 3 years from now when they look back and talk about it, and like I'm picturing the Alex Bregman interview, and they're like, yeah, we didn't take care of business, and Tampa took us to 5, and that threw us all off. Hey, it was funny that Houston's going to win the series. The FS1 guys were doing the whole. They did exactly what they just did, and Frank Thomas goes, "Hey, Tampa could still win it," and it was like, all right. I mean, it's a really nice thought, but this whole American League season has been leading up to Yankees Houston, and yeah, Yankee fans are Tampa fans tomorrow because that would be a nice little wrinkle to throw in there. Either way, it's going to be awesome.
Do you have a pride of this series?
Ooh, pride of the series. Kind of lazy, but the first guy that jumps out would be Didi. People didn't want him playing. people didn't want him playing. And on both sides of the field, he was nothing short of special. Sounds a little lame, but it's nothing but true.
Going Gleyber. RBIs in all 3 games. That's pretty huge. Hits in all 3 games. And then the defense. It came through. We didn't even have a moment of puppy dog, right? Or did we at game one? No, DJ
No,
dropped it.
LeMahieu dropped the ball. Yeah. And no, he was the best word I could come up with, and maybe it's because I'm not a great wordsmith, but Glaber was just calm in everything he did. When he fielded that ball today in the shift and he didn't have a throw, he just ate it. He didn't try to rush it. It
Stole
was what it
third.
was. He stole third in the play he made to Britton. You could do a lot of different finger pointing on that play on who's the most pressure on. Is it Glaber trying to lead a pitcher covering first base? Is it Zach Britton, a guy who's just a pitcher trying to race a field player up the first base line, catch it and toe tap? And Glaber just calmly threw it, put it right where it needed to be, and it helped made that play look really pretty, really pretty.
Ump made a great call, too. Doesn't really matter anymore with replay, but great job by that ump.
Yeah, that yeah, I'll give him credit.
All the home plate umps were fine this series, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, and maybe this is a little bit rude, but well, I guess if this was Twins, how about there was that 3-0 pitch that got called for a strike today. It was a high fastball that was definitely a case of a 3-0 strike, and I think Sevy came back and struck out the dude.
Nice, I'll take it.
But yeah, I mean, it's
You like how loud he was? No.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And being casually rude to our Twins fans, there wasn't a lot of at bats that mattered enough that you could point at and say, "Oh, dude, that 3-2 pitch."
Yeah. No, I can't think of any. Did it to themselves. All right. Well, when's the game? When's the ALCS game one?
Saturday.
Saturday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have 4 days away?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? I guess they had the schedule for a lot of games.
Yeah, because if Houston and Tampa goes game 5, that game will be on
That's
Thursday.
3 days, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? We can run a Sharp Stats or a voicemail app.
Yeah, we are in talks with Katie Sharp. We'll probably do a Sharp Stats of something, and I think we're probably going to do a voicemail as well.
So call in 908-845-5792. We will do a voicemail app. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll record it Wednesday or Thursday. I'm excited. And tune in to Talking Baseball if you want to hear everything about all the other stuff going on in the postseason. We are recording every single day. All right. Any final thoughts, Jake? Look at all the Burger King cups I have here.
Is that 3?
3 Burger King cups.
Nice, dog.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, no, I think you gently touched on it at the end there, but I know we're Yankees and we're elite and all that, but we're going to the ALCS. There's 2 out of 15 teams in the American League that can say that. Obviously we want more, but pretty cool stuff.
We still have baseball to watch. It's awesome. All right, go Yanks. Tell them, Grams. Ooh, it's fucking late. How many sickos we still got hanging out in the chat with us? 55. What up, guys?
What up, Doe?
You guys like my Burger King cups? Got 3 of them. All half filled with water. I'm like the girl from Signs.
Very similar.
I have asthma, but that was her brother. Got to get Tulo that World Series ring.
That's what this has always been about.
That'd be funny. Well, Will, you're a sicko. Oh, dude, I'm tired. I can't believe we have 4 days.
Yeah. Yeah, NLCS kicks off Friday night. We got two game 5s in the NL.
You think there's any chance the Rays win? You don't, right? If they win tomorrow, which I think is crazy low odds to begin with, but if they do it, will any part of you start dreaming like, oh my God?
Yeah, only because there'd be so much pressure on Houston. It'd be, I mean, that game 5 in Houston would be like, whoa. But I mean, it's Verlander.
He's good.
So I mean, if the Rays do it, they need someone to be crazy special. They do have really good energy. Did you see Adames? He homered and then he put his helmet on Kevin Cash's head.
No, I missed a lot of that. I was driving around.
So yeah, I mean they're having fun and they've kind of got they've been in every game. They're young guys, they believe. So I don't know. They'd have to get Verlander out. Have to get Verlander out at some point.
I mean, Verlander's gonna.
You can't believe, but maybe the Trop gets involved. Who knows?
You see Larry flexing after they won.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Cameron Maben with
Big
an
day for Larry.
Cameron Maben with an Uber joke?
Yeah, 4.99.
Got him. What episode number is this? 348. Wow. All right. Chad says, "Who's starting for the Rays?" Do you know? Is it?
I think it's Glasnow.
Yeah, game 1 starter, right?
Or no, excuse me. They're going opener.
Why they want to save Glasnow for the road again?
Well, I think it's still young and coming back, but I think it's going to be it's like all hands on deck. So I think Castillo's technically starting, but hey, that's if Houston wants to do it, the Rays are going to get real ugly with it tomorrow.
Chat update says Cam deleted the Uber tweet.
Wow, that's champagne.
Yeah. Seemed like not a Zillow approved tweet.
Definitely not.
No. Austin Meadows as a starting pitcher for the Rays tomorrow. That gotta be it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. All right, guys. We're out of here. I gotta do some editing and then go to sleep for a little bit. Wake up, do talking baseball. Thanks for hanging out with us, though. That's awesome. It's late.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. And we'll see you later.